everybody, and welcome to Perspective, the home edition here on RSU Public Television. When I found out who was going to be a guest right off the top today, I just did a backflip because I've known this guy for a number of years. You know him too, but he's here not with the Tulsa Drillers. He is here with the Tulsa Botanic Garden, and it's an old friend, Chuck Lamson. Chuck, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Sam. Looking forward to visiting with you.
Well, I hope we get a chance to get together and have coffee perhaps down the road. First of all, I've got some questions about the garden, and we have some B-roll. We're going to run a little bit, but first, there's some things I couldn't find anywhere that I need for you to bring us up to speed on. Where does the garden come from? And don't give me that little bells and cockle shells and one onion. Go back to how did we end up with a botanic garden in this area?
Well, that's a great question. The whole process started in 1999. Pat Woodrum, who used to run our Tulsa City County Library system, found out that we were one of the largest, one of the largest cities in the country without a botanic garden. So she recruited a few other folks, namely Barry Fugit and a gentleman by the name DC Costin, and one other person whose name escapes me, I apologize. But they kind of came together with the whole purpose of trying to create a botanic garden for Tulsa. So they worked towards that. Were able to get OSU involved, helped. Gentner Drummond and Tom Atherton donated 160 acres for the site here in Osage County, which we're basically 8 miles north of downtown Tulsa, right up the Tisdale Parkway, not too far from the Osage Casino. And beautiful country up here. It's hard to believe, as rolling hills and all that, how close we are to a really Tulsa urban core.
Sure.
So they were working towards that, had some land started, and through the last 20 years, we had people get involved. Bert Holmes was one of the first people who jumped on board, and then we've been able to get some great community support.
Yeah, Bert's a familiar name. Yeah,
getting the garden going, and now we have a 7-acre lake where we have a lakeside promenade. We have Tandy Floral Terraces, which is a great Art Deco water and floral feature, a children's discovery garden. And, so we're, so to speak, getting ready to really bloom.
We've got some daytime video that's rolling right now, Chuck. And I wanted to bring up a couple of things. Is it its own standalone 501c3?
Yes. That's correct. Yeah, we are a not-for-profit. We are really an attraction, not unlike any other, but because we felt like the founders felt like the best way to set it up was a not-for-profit, so that foundations could get involved. And, we do charge admission, but we have programs for low-income folks and all that. So a big part of our mission is to educate people about the plant world and the importance of plants, the importance of pollinators, butterflies, all those kind of things, in terms of, I guess not to over dramatize it, but the survival of the species, so to speak.
Boy, we need that now more than ever.
Yes, we do.
Given the things that Mother Earth's going through, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. You can't see what I can see from this end. We've got, as I said, video, and this is daytime, but we're going to have some more, which you can keep rolling it with it, and we'll get into the nighttime stuff. My family and I were out there before last Christmas at night, and I got to tell you, it was breathtaking. All the great Christmas lights were up, and you felt like you were in a place that was like a fairyland.
Yeah, we have this program. It's going to be our 4th year, called the Botanic Garden of Lights, which starts the day after Thanksgiving. I don't know exactly when this show will air, but starts the day after Thanksgiving, and we run for 27 dates between then and January 2nd. So our unofficial theme this year is more lights and more nights. So we have over 1 million Christmas lights decorating our trees and bushes and common spaces. We have lots of activities for families, kids, adults, and all that. So it's really a great place to come out during the holidays. When you have family in town, you're looking for something to do, you can come out. And it's one of our major fundraisers, so to speak, for the year for the garden, because we have last year we set a record even during the pandemic, because being an outdoor attraction, it was easier for us to socially distance, allow people to come out, have a good time, spend time together, and still be safe. And so we're looking forward to the same thing again this year.
We're seeing Christmas lights now.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot, a nighttime shot, and it's just breathtakingly gorgeous. And by the way, you guys have great hot chocolate out there. I want to point that out.
Yes, we do. We have really good hot chocolate, and we also have adult beverage hot chocolate if you care to do that as well. And
hello.
Yeah, so we have things for the family, but also Sunday nights we will have a jazz pianist in our Grange Event Center. So we can have, you can have a date night, so to speak, where it can be for adults, snowball pit for the kids, s'mores kits where you can roast over open fires. We have food trucks out here. We have all kinds of different activities, because we know that when people come out, they're walking through the attraction. We have some, one weekend, we'll have some miniature trains. Santa will be here. We have a train ride that the kids can ride on. So just kind of a fun for the family, get ready in the holiday spirit.
And if it gets a little too chilly, which it does for some folks, you have ample space inside where folks could come in and sit down and kind of rest their weary bones a little bit and warm up and then go back out again. Does the train run all the time? Yeah,
the train will run pretty much most all nights. There may be it may not run on Sundays, but it will run most of the time. As we start, we're running Thursday through Sunday. And then the week of Christmas and the week after Christmas, we run continuously Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The only dates will be closed really are the Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays early in December. And then the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day will be closed. We will be open New Year's Eve. We will be open New Year's Day. So if you do have family in from out of town and you're looking for something to do, I think we can provide a great family outing together.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about it. Some of the folks that we met there that night were from out of state and said, we had no idea. We've been coming to Tulsa, this time of year to visit family just before Christmas. Had no idea you had a botanic garden here, and one that's so well put together. Now, you got Santa Claus coming toward the end of the month and again next month.
Right, we do. And we, we do have a little bit of an awareness problem, even though we are close here. And that's kind of the reason, I think one of the reasons I was brought on board is to focus on the business operations, to help create more awareness for the garden. Because, like the drillers were when I started a long time ago in the 80s, we weren't as popular as they are now. And so we need to get the word out, let people know about the fun time they can have out here. I spent this year that I've been working here is focusing on making sure that our customer service is great and that our attraction is, well taken care of. And so hopefully once people come out here and see that, they can spread the good word by word of mouth, let people know that we have something special here in Tulsa.
Chuck, you know me well enough to know that I'll do anything for a hot dog. And you've witnessed that.
Yes.
But when we were out there, I managed to abscond about 3 of them and got off in the corner. And I was like the guy on Sesame Street that lives in the garbage can. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to eat my hot dogs. But the food was great. And there were children everywhere, people taking pictures. I mean, it was strictly a family setup.
Yeah, we really try to. We have three main big areas times of the year that most of our attendance comes in the springtime. We have over 100,000 tulips that bloom mid-March to
Oh
mid-April. We
my,
call it
yeah.
botanic blooms. In the fall, we did autumn in the Botanic Garden, where we had Thursday night live music, food trucks, adult beverages. Every Thursday night, we also in October we did trick or treating for the kids, and we did a costume contest. So we tried to, kind of have a little bit for everybody, and it is such a great time of year in Oklahoma. The fall was really good to us this year. We're keeping our fingers crossed for some good weather here in late November and December.
Hmm.
Especially with the additional dates, and but we will have people helping. We have a new road from exterior and interior parking lot. People will help you find parking. We have more parking this year. So just a lot of positive momentum, and we're looking forward to having a great holiday season.
I've been living in Oklahoma for a number of years, and I've said over the years, it took me about a year to figure it out, that politics aside, this is an incredible state as to what's available here, what grows here, what's native here.
Right.
I mean, it can take your breath away, and you're not going to learn about it overnight.
No, no. When I was hired here, they probably I used to tell people, I say, you probably wondered why they hired an old baseball guy to run the Botanic Garden. I said, well, it's more for the business. I said, I'm going to let my well-trained curators talk to me about plants. But it is really amazing because I like to keep a nice lawn. I like to enjoy nice flowers and plants. And I've seen so many things that I didn't realize grew here in Oklahoma that you'll never see in nurseries. And I think that's the specialness of this place, is that you can see some species that you would think, man, I didn't think that would grow in Oklahoma, but
But it does.
beautiful year-round flowering plants, bushes, shrubs, trees. So
Chuck,
it's kind of neat.
I got about 15 seconds before I
Okay.
have to boot you on out of here.
All right.
Thank you, first of all, for coming in, and thank you for all you've done at the Botanic Garden, because we can see your handiwork and we can see the results of your handiwork almost daily. You've done a magnificent job, and you've made this part of the state very, very proud. And I want to thank you for taking time to visit with us. Perhaps if we get down the road and we can catch it on a night when Santa's out there, we can get a camera crew out there. All right.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to have you, Sam. It's great to catch up with you as well. And we got great staff out here, and we're looking forward to welcoming a lot of guests. So hopefully everybody has a happy holiday season.
You're the man. Thank you, Chuck. We appreciate you more than you know.
Thank you, Sam.
All right. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with more right after this.